Hey, how you doing, my lovelies? I hope everyone is feeling bubbly. In today's video, we'll be combining Tarn, Bonecrusher, and the two small Constructicons from the Galaxy version Defender set, okay? So without further ado, let's go. Alrighty, so I've split the bots up, pretty much filleted them. Bobby filleted them, haha, according to Timbo. Haha, no one gets that? Bobby filleted them up? No? Anyway. And in addition to what you're doing over here, you need to free up 4 of these clear ball pegs. And the where you get them is one, I mean, I have extra, so I just have them on the side. But the first one you're going to get from Bonecrusher's neck, right? There's a ball joint there. The second one you're going to get from Tarn's ankle, because we're not going to be using the foot. The third one you're going to be also getting from Tarn's ankle, because we're not going to be using this. And then the fourth one is the extra ball joint that comes with the kits. All of them come with like at least one extra, I believe. So you're going to have all the requisite amount of ball joints necessary, okay? So we're going to start making the legs. I believe you can make this combo with anybody, but these are the only 2 that currently work right now. None of the other like vehicles have these types of connection ports, but I do wish they made them like that. Imagine if they had them for like Bumblebee or like a Sideswipe or like an Inferno. That would be so cool in providing so many different customization options. But for the time being, yeah, this is what we got. And so you're going to start with the leg, right? And by the way, when he's completed, he's going to look like there was a Combiner Wars Megatron that was a mold made of bludgeon, and it's going to kind of look like, I think it was Combiner Wars. Maybe it was Thrilling 30s. Anyway. All right, so we're going to get this, right? And normally the hinge joint would fit on the knee area, but we're not going to do that right now. So what we are going to do is get confused, because right now I'm just like, huh? How does this work? Huh? Actually, yeah, I might be wrong. I think a hinge joint does go over there, but so we're just going to start putting this together. We're going to grab the thigh. Oops. And rather than plug in the hinge joint, we're going to plug in the ball joint, right? And then we're going to seat that with the foot and just kind of press all the way in. And then you have that piece, right? Then you're going to get this, and you're just going to slide it in from the front. And that's going to connect into the ankle ball joint of the foot. Yeah, and then you do need the hinge. And so you're going to add that hinge joint right there, and that's from native to his leg. You're going to grab Tarn's shoulder, and Tarn's shoulder is just really, really nice as a thigh. And that's going to sit. It won't sit perfectly straight, but that's okay. That's completely fine. And then from here, we're going to grab the first ball peg, and then we're going to insert it into his shoulder. I want to tell you something, actually, in that as close as they are, the shoulder ball joint and the hip ball joint are not the same size. The hip one is ever so larger, and so if you try to get this and ram it in here, it will fit, but it'll be extremely tight, and you're going to end up ruining this piece, so don't do that. Again, the shoulder joint is a hair smaller than the hip joint. Just be mindful of that, okay? And so we're just going to do the same for the other side. We're going to grab the thigh, insert the ball joint instead of the hinge joint, and then we're going to grab the foot. We're just going to plug that in there. We're going to grab the thigh, taking the ankle joint, not the thigh, excuse me, the calf, but it will become the thigh in this instance. And these kind of look like samurai pants, you know what I mean? I love the treads. It's a great motif that carries through, and that's just a lot of fun. Yeah, this project is just a lot of fun. So you don't need Tarn, you don't need Bonecrusher, but again, you do need the smaller Constructicons. But in terms of color pairing, and I'm sure you don't need them, you can probably mix and match and do other things as well, but this leg configuration that I'm doing over here, this will carry you a long way. And this sometimes has a tendency to pop out. You just got to make sure that it's fully recessed in there. And then this will just pop in that ball joint, right? Now what we're going to do is, in my previous build, rather than using this ball joint, I had the hinge. And the hinge has this like ridge on it. And if you press it all the way in, it's going to stress this. And I shared that combiner to the Blokees page. And normally they accept my invitations to be a collaborator, but for this one they did not. Not this one. This one they did, but the other one. And I think it's because I showed some instructions on potentially damaging the toy, and they're like, no, we're not trying to help. we're not trying to share that. So anyway, these are the legs, and they look grand. They look grand. And if you're wondering what we do about that bulb here, we're going to grab Bonecrusher's shoulder and bicep. And we're just going to plug that in here, and it's going to become this really cool waist skirt type thing. Like, it has some like Gundam vibes to it, you know what I mean? And so we get this, and we pop that in over there. And that looks good. That looks really good. And we're almost done, actually. And then from here, we're just going to pop on the Tarn torso. Then we're going to grab the small Constructicon. And you're just going to pop that in there. And you're just going to pop that in there. And do the same for the other side. Pop in the forearm from Bonecrusher. And pop that into the shoulder socket of Tarn. And there we have Devasta-Tarn, or Tarnistator, or Tarnisher, or whatever you want to call him. But sick, isn't it? And like I said, as long as you got these two things, you can replicate this. And even if you don't, and you wanted to use like something else, like I'm trying to think what else. I don't know, man. I would have to figure it out, but I think they look good right now. I think this looks really, really good. Yeah, man. But yeah, this is Tarnistator, Devasta-Tarn, or whatever you feel like calling him. 1 Tarn, 1 Bonecrusher, and 2 of the small Constructicons, and you too can build this at home, baby. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Have a lovely, lovely day, okay? Bye.